Earlier this month, we focused on the fact that Nigeria is set to making tourism one of the top 5 income earners in the country. And, we're taking a look at some of the obstacles to accomplishing that feat. Right now, we've got the hospitality sector within the tourism industry. I've been hearing on the verge of collapsing if the government does not intervene with a special fund. Run us through the status of things on that regard and how exactly the hospitality industry is faring right now.
Thank you very much. I can tell you that in view of the economic crisis that came into Nigeria in the last 3 years, many sectors have suffered some economic setback. That is why the federal government, in their wisdom, granted the funds to banks, power and aviation industry, agriculture, entertainment industry. But for inexplicable reasons, tourism industry was left out. So we in the Tourism Federation of Nigeria, we are saying that if the present federal government clamor to develop tourism as an alternative source of foreign exchange earnings instead of depending on oil must come to reality, there's the need for federal government to intervene financially, inject funds into the tourism business. And in this regard, we're talking of hospitality industry. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of businesses projections that were done 4 years, 5 years back on the basis of performance of businesses at that time. Some projects were put online, some loans were taken by our members, but unfortunately, due to business regression and problem, they could not service these loans. Some of these projects are now almost moribund. Some of hotels are in dire need of renovations. So what why we're asking for the fund is for our members, 1, to enable us refinance our loans, 2, to enable us complete the projects that are stalemated due to paucity of funds, 3, to open new business frontiers so that tourism can attain the proper place in Nigeria.
It's one thing calling for a bailout effectively for an industry. I mean, like you say, it's come to the fore for the banking sector, the power sector and aviation industry as well. But you've also got to ask the question of sustainability once that fund is injected of the industry itself. So how do you see this effectively helping the industry in the long run and putting it on a sustainable growth path moving forward?
Well, tourism has a long gestation period. Tourism business, it takes time before the returns, the shareholders get their returns back. Why we're asking federal government to come to our aid is to enable us fund our projects. The cost of funding in Nigeria is exorbitant. But going by what happens in respect of other intervention funds, it is a long-term fund. There's moratorium period. We believe if this is made available to tourism industry, our business will grow, we'll be able to finance our liabilities, and employment generations will come, we'll be able to pay taxes and whatever that comes with our business.
Still being asked the question, though, is how? Because, it's one thing injecting capital into an industry when you don't necessarily have the support and infrastructure to support that industry from there on out. I mean, we've got policies that drive, growth within the sector that need to be implemented in tandem. You've got infrastructure constraints that are coming to bear on the industry as well. Are there strides being made in those regards, that would be supportive of an injection like this in the long run?
Okay. I can tell you straightforward that the situation in Nigeria now has to improve a little bit. We have roads that are constructed, particularly Lagos State, Abuja Federal Capital Territory, and some other urban areas. The state government and federal government had improved noticeably infrastructural facilities. So the only area that is remaining has to do with power. And when we talk of security too, we have some state government, the federal government, they are trying to put their feet down. So the issue of infrastructural problem or situation, I'm sure in the nearest future will become a thing of the past. So if the fund is provided for us and there's attention paid to infrastructural development, I'm sure the two will work together.
What size of fund are we looking at here, and how would that effectively be dispersed to the industry?
Yeah. We're asking for 500 billion. I can tell you that the assets of tourism sector in Nigeria is in excess of 1 trillion naira. And we believe the Nigerian Tourism Corporation Development, NTDC, which is like the police of the industry in Nigeria, have the list of tourism practitioners, hotels, tour operator, traveling agents. The disbursement will be based on the basis of the need of each and every individual members of the association. Business plan will be submitted. There will be a forecast so that every corporate bodies or members will be given what is considered necessary by the relevant government authorities.
One would assume that what would put you in better stead, Samuel, to getting a fund like this where, you know, you're asking for 500 billion naira worth of a capital injection, that we would need to see certification of the industry to start off with. I mean, how far down the road are we in that regard in terms of getting the industry certified?
Please, I can tell you that the federal government of Nigeria, represented by Federal Ministry of Tourism, has gone a long way to have some facts on ground. I can tell you that as we speak, there's a committee on tourism implementation master plan that was launched about 3 or 4 years ago. With all this in place, I have no doubt that the injection of funds will go a long way in improving Nigerian economy, particularly the tourism aspect of it.